Well, hi, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the TV Knitting Podcast. I think it's episode 191, not really sure, didn't check that before I started recording today. So welcome, it's fall, I'm super excited, and I'm very excited to get back to my bi-monthly recording schedule. It's very hot up here in my studio in the summer. So I tried recording outside, didn't really work great for me. So now it's nice and cool. We're back in the studio and it's gorgeous. It's been the most beautiful end of summer, actually the whole summer and beginning of fall that we've had here in New York in a long time. So anyway, for those of you who are new, my name is Sharon. I am Stitch Mistress on Ravelry. I am TV Knitting Stitch Mistress on Instagram. I am Stitch Mistress on Twitter. And I'm on Periscope. I haven't started recording anything yet, but I may. I have yet to watch anything on Periscope because every time that little tweet goes off, I'm in the middle of something. I'm a busy lady. I am. So it's hard for me to just drop everything and watch a video for 10 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, welcome again. And I want to welcome some folks who have posted in my group. And some of these folks are listeners who have been with me right from the beginning, and some are new. So the first person I want to say hi to is Karen. Hi, Ravelry named Karen and Dolly. And she said that I'm very happy. She's very happy that I switched to video. And thanks, Karen. I appreciate that positive feedback. I really like being on video as well. The next one is CK, Cozy Couch. And CK has also been with me from the beginning. And she says, no more TV talk. No, I don't have time for that with the video recording. And I'm not watching as much TV as I was in the past. A lot of TV now is superhero shows, and I'm not really into those, or crime dramas. I'm not into those either. So anyway, I'm not watching a lot. And the next, hi CK. So great to continually hear from you in the group. And the next person I want to welcome is Inga from Denmark. And Inga is a knitter and spinner and weaver. Welcome. I haven't started weaving yet. Maybe someday when I retire. Right now I have so many crafts that's going on. I just can't believe it. And then the last person I want to say hi to is Laura, Sudden Expression. And she's local to me. So hi Laura, if you want to get together, you know where to find me. I hang out on Ravelry quite a bit. Okay, so I have a lot to cover. I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can. I generally talk kind of slow, kind of a, I don't know, slow talker. When I watch my videos back, I notice that I don't really speak that quickly. And I'm going to try and speed it up a little today because, yeah, I have lots to talk about. So when last I left you, I was working to accomplish my Stash Dash goals, which was to knit and spin 10,000 yards for Stash Dash, which ended August 14th, I believe. And I was not successful. That's okay. I'm very happy with what I did. I did probably close to 8,500 meters for the Stash Dash. They measure in meters, so about 8,500 meters. And I'm really proud of that. And I probably would have made it, except that my projects were involved with a lot of patterning. And that takes time. So, and also a lot of finishing, and that also takes time. So anyway, I haven't finished anything since I finished the objects for Stash Dash, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So let's just get started with those. So way back in June, I cast this on, and I finished it in the month of June. And this is Lely by Martina Bem. And I have never shown you this project. I don't know why. I don't think I showed this to you. But it's basically a small poncho. And it's knit out of Miss Babs in a silk blend, Shiruku I think it's called, in the deep sea jellyfish colorway. And I think it's really, really pretty. And those colors are accurate. It's kind of small. And it's really meant more for summertime. I would say it's summer colors. I did wear it on vacation. I made it really to bring on my vacation, and I did wear it once. I was in Florida. It's a little, like I said, it's a little small, but you could wear it like this, or you could wrap it around your neck like a scarf. But I used all the yarn. It was about 450 yards. Yeah, it's cute. The thing is, I probably won't wear it a lot in the winter because it's so summery. The colors are summery, and I don't usually wear these pinks in the wintertime. So it'll be just a summer type of garment. You know, maybe on a chilly day, or I don't know. I haven't worn it a lot, so we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna mess with it. It's another reason why I haven't worn it a lot. It's kind of, I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. I was gonna leave it on, but I don't think so. I'll probably wear it more as a scarf. I should probably block it a little bit longer. But it was fun to knit. Maybe if I learn to style it better, I'll wear it some more. Okay, so that was the first thing. And another project by Martina Bem that I finished was Tubularity. And you've seen this one. So I started here, and this is all with most of it was scraps. This is Socks That Rock in a Rare Gems colorway, or a Millens colorway. This is just a plain white that I had from color work that I had in my stash. These two are Socks That Rock, like beachy colors. This is a Cascade Heritage Red color. Again, more Socks That Rock and purples. And then ending with some Miss Babs blues. I love this color. I think it's called Believable, this last one. I love this color. I would love a shawl in this, in Believable. I think it's beautiful. It's got that rust, those pops of rust are gorgeous. When I'm at Rhinebeck, I'm going to look for a skein of Yowza in this color, and maybe one with more of that rust color in it. It's just very pretty. So we'll see. I have to put buttons on it yet. I found some buttons. They're not up here. When I put them on, I will show you the project again. It wasn't easy finding buttons for this. My LYS has lots of buttons, but I had to take it with me and get opinions because it's got a lot going on, and I found some cute ones, so I just have to do that. All right, so that's number 2. Third object I finished was a pair of socks that I've been working on since last December. It's okay. They're beautiful. Actually, if you want to buy this colorway, this is Volan Vine Yarns Holly Jolly, and she is putting up her holiday colorways. She just started this past week. So Holly Jolly, if you want some, she's putting them up, and I love this color. These are awesome socks. They're sparkly, and I've been wearing them. I don't care if it's not Christmas yet. They're warm and nice, and I love them. Okay. I finished, let me grab it, it's down here. I finished a skein of hand spun. I think I showed you the bobbin over the summer. This is Into the World, I can't remember the colorway, but it's Into the World Shetland, and it's very smooshy and squishy. I spun it over the fold, and I really tried to get a bulky, and I did. So I think it'd make a great hat. It's about 100 yards. Maybe for Emily this winter. It's gonna be a little scratchy, but it'll be warm. It's Shetland, so it's a very toothy Shetland. So that's that. And I finished spinning all of the skeins for my Rhinebeck sweater. This is Tyson, a fleece that I bought at Rhinebeck 2 years ago. Pretty sure it was 2 years ago. Had it processed by Sherry at the Morrow Fleece Works and spun it into this 3-ply. And I'm currently knitting a sweater for Rhinebeck out of it. And you'll see it in a few minutes. And I believe what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to enter this skein. In fact, I've already entered. I have entered this skein in the spinning competition at Rhinebeck. You know, it's not a perfect skein, but I'm really proud of it. It's woolen, so, and I think it's pretty even for woolen. And when you see the sweater that I've knit up, it came out beautiful. So yeah, I'm going to enter this in the 3-ply competition. We'll see how I do. All right, so that's that. So one more finished object. If you've been watching this show for a while, here it is. I don't even know how to show this on camera, guys. It's insane. It took me weeks to finish it. Like, the finishing on it took me weeks. And that is the Great American Afghan. It is, I can't even tell you how stunning this is. Is it upside down? I do have it upside down, sorry. It is just beautiful. So what I had to do, after you saw the last show, I had to knit this border and then sew the border on to the blanket and put all the squares together and then sew the border on. That was a lot of work. A lot. I'm trying to show you square by square. But you know what? It is so worth it. It is probably, look at this. Look at the little bitty sweater. It's so pretty. It's just beautiful. I have a a quilt stand to display it, and you can't even see everything on it with the quilt stand, which is unfortunate, but I keep turning it so I can see all the prettiness. And I'm going to use this sucker. It's warm. I'm definitely going to use it in the winter. I love this square. It's like a lace with baubles. I think that's it, almost. This one was crazy. This one. And I love this Celtic knot here. This one kind of is so scientific looking. And then at the very bottom, that one. That one. This is going to look familiar to you. I'll show you why in a minute. Hearts. And another cable and lace. So yeah, this thing is a project of a lifetime. It's fantastic, and I'm really, really happy with it. So this is also being entered at Rhinebeck. I'm entering it in the large items competition, made out of commercial yarn. And if you're at Rhinebeck, go look at the displays and you'll see it, of everything that's entered. I can enter my items in Rhinebeck because there's no restrictions on being a professional knitter. Our local fair just happened in August, and I cannot enter my items because I am considered a professional, since I do teach knitting and make money by doing it. So, but there's no such restrictions at Rhinebeck, so I'm entering that. What else am I entering? I think I'm entering 4 things. This, I told you, the skein. I can't even think now what I meant. Oh, I'm entering a hand-spun scarf that I made. You saw it. It was the one that I spindle spun and made into another Martina Bem pattern, Miss Winkle. So I entered that into the small items hand spun category. I think there's one more. I'll think of it. Anyway. Okay, so that's crazy. So as soon as I finished and wove in the last end on that. Oh, by the way, let me tell you how I put that together. You probably couldn't really notice when I was showing you, or maybe you could. The squares are not even. They're supposed to be 12 by 12. They're not 12. None of them were 12 by 12. They were all different sizes. And I probably could have switched my needle size to make them so, but I didn't. So they were all different sizes. And actually, in the instructions for putting together, it does say that all the squares are different sizes. So I got some advice from my knitting mentor, Jaya, and she said, crochet them together. Use a slip stitch crochet and just crochet the squares together. And then you can ease them in. And that's exactly what I did. I used a slip stitch crochet on the back, and I seam them that way. And you know what? I think it looks fantastic. And my finishing is never really that great, but I think that looks pretty good. Good enough for competition. So, yep, that's how I seamed it. And I also used the leftovers from this white section here. I had a ball of that left over, and I used that to seam it, which is pretty much the exact same color, but it's thinner, and it was sturdier than the yarn I knit this with. If I had seamed this with the yarn I knit this with, it would have been very frustrating because it's very splitty and it would just shred. So I was really, really happy that I had that to seam it up with, because it was a thinner gauge, and it went really well. I must say, I'm very pleased with how it came out. Very pleased. So that was a lot of work, like I said. And yeah, as soon as I finished sewing in the last end, I cast on my Rhinebeck sweater with this yarn. And I had a free pattern coming to me from Amy Herzog's custom fit website. I have one pattern that I paid, I think I paid $8 and I got 2 free patterns. So one pattern I haven't knit yet. I have the yarn for it. I just haven't started it yet. But I have this as a free pattern. So this is from Amy Herzog's Custom Fit, and I put a cable in it. I'm finished with the front and the back and one sleeve. So let me show you the front. And what I did was I incorporated one of the cables from the blanket onto the front. This is one of the cables that was in the blanket pattern. I love this cable. It's just a beautiful Celtic knot. And I think it came out pretty good. So this is the front of the sweater. This is the back. And look how nice and even the stitching is. Even though it's hand spun, I think it came out really nice. And then I'm almost finished with the first sleeve, and I have one sleeve to go. And Rhinebeck is in 3 weeks, so that shouldn't be a problem. It took me a little over a week to do this sleeve, and I'm pretty much like 4 rows away from being finished with it. So I'd love to finish it by next week and then seam it next week, but I don't know. This whole thing needs to be seamed. It's all knit in pieces, which is, I've never had a sweater even that I had to seam the entire thing, even the sleeves. But I'm getting better at finishing, so this is one of the cables that was on that square on either side of the square. I put them on the sleeves. So I think it's going to be really nice. And next time I record, I hope to wear it. Well, maybe not. Actually, probably not, because I want to make its debut at Rhinebeck. So I'll show it to you, but I won't wear it till after I've worn it at Rhinebeck. So yeah, I am really proud of this. I spun this and knit it in 9 months or so. Not bad. I'm really, really pleased with it. So it's not my first hand spun sweater. My boxy, oh, that's the other thing I'm entering at Rhinebeck. My boxy sweater by Hohi Locatelli, I'm entering that. So that's a work in progress, and it's pretty much the only thing I've been working on, folks. I want to get it done. I cast on a pair of socks for the Halloween knit along for the knit girls, and it's coming out really nice. So I have been buying a lot of yarn lately, It started with SSK. I did not go to SSK this year, and I was kind of sad. So, to console myself, after SSK was over, I started buying stuff from the vendors who were there when they would update online. Okay. So anyway, this is, I don't know if she was there. I don't think this dyer was, but I saw this on her website. It's so pretty. Self-striping Halloween yarn. And she had it on sale because apparently the green, there was a fault in the dyeing. And I think it makes it even look prettier. It's just a little variegated with the green. And I love it. So it's a big wide purple stripe, a black stripe, a green stripe, a black stripe, an orange stripe, black stripe, and back to the purple. I love it. It's very Halloween-y. I do not know if I'll finish them by Halloween because I really haven't had time to knit socks. I normally knit them on my commute because my husband and I commute to work together. But unfortunately, Rich had a little bit of it. He had an accident right before school started. Fell off a ladder. He's fine. But he hurt his leg, and he has a really bad hematoma on his leg, caused by blood thinners that he takes for his heart. And he hasn't been able to really walk very well. And he's on his feet all day at work, so he's been not at work now since the beginning of the year. So he had an MRI, and they may have to do surgery. I'll let you know more, because you've heard Rich on the podcast in the past. He hasn't been on in about a year, but he's fine. But he's not commuting with me anymore. So no knitting in the car for me. I hope he gets better. It's so sad. He really can't do much. He's been watching a lot of football. You know, as soon as he starts walking on it, it starts swelling again. So he's pretty much off his feet a lot, which is hard for him. You know how men are. I mean, I know he's always got a project going, and it's tough for him. And that also means that I've been doing more around the house, because he would always cook. He liked to cook, and he just can't right now. He can't be on his feet. So I've been doing everything: food shopping, cooking, cleaning. You know, we share everything, so I've been doing everything. So that's kind of limited my crafting time. It's fine. I don't mind. I haven't food shopped in years, probably since we've been married. And I'm kind of enjoying it. Yeah. You know, I cleaned everything out. My pantry's stocked. Refrigerator's cleaned out, so I know where everything is. And yeah, I'm on it. So, but I'm sure it's just going to take time for him to heal. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, so those are the only two things I've been working on. I've actually been doing a little sewing, which I will share with you when I'm finished with it. So I have so much to talk about today, I don't have time to talk about sewing. Okay. So that's basically it as far as finished objects and works in progress. I have something on my wheel. I didn't bring it up. I'll show you next time. There's really not a lot to see because the bobbin is only maybe almost halfway full. When it gets full, I'll show you, because it's one of those Anchorworks bobbins, and you'll be able to see, like see all the colors. It's really pretty. So next time. All right, so I told you I've been buying a lot, which is unlike me. I usually don't stash a lot, but that's okay, you know. It was time. It was time for me to start enhancing. I've been buying more yarn. Although I did, back in the spring, I bought this fiber because I've never had this fiber before, and I had an opportunity to catch an update of Southern Cross fiber. And if you're a spinner, you know that his fiber is difficult to obtain. There's a 2-year waiting list for his club. I put my name in. That's okay, I can wait 2 years. So anyway, I bought some fiber from Southern Cross Fiber. David, he's in Australia, and he has unusual fiber. I mean, it's from Africa and Australia and other places around the world that, it's hard to get. You don't see it here in the US. So he was having a spin along for Terry Pratchett books, and I do not read Terry Pratchett. My daughter does, but I wanted the fiber, so maybe I'll spin something for her. Anyway, so you're going to look at these and say, Sherry, these are not your colors. And they're really not. They're dark. I do like these purples, but yeah, they're beautiful nonetheless. It's okay. I wanted to get out of my color comfort zone. So this is 60% Bond sheep's wool and 40% mulberry silk. Just gorgeous. And these greens and purples, and it's actually a little more bright on camera than it actually is. It's a little darker in real life, but beautiful nonetheless. So that will be spun up at some point into something lovely. And the other one I got is South African Superfine Sheep's Wool. Oh, the colorway on this one is called Centenary. It's a Discworld reference. This one is Knobby, another Discworld reference. And again, these are definitely not my colors. They're fall, greens, rusts. However, lately, because it's fall, I'm kind of getting into these colors. And this is from Australia, sheep's wool from Australia, and it is soft, it's beautiful. And I'm really looking forward to spinning this at some point. I do have a lot ahead of it though that I want to spin, but that's okay. It's not going anywhere. All right, so that's fiber, and I also got on a D-stash. I was just playing around on Ravelry one day, and I found this as a D-stash, and I couldn't pass it up for the price. $16 for Merino, Superwash, Merino, and Silk by Be Myself. And this is a dyer that I'm not familiar with. And these are my colors. It's just beautiful. Teal and purple, yellow. Gorgeous. So that's it. I haven't bought any other fiber really, I don't think, since then. I have bought a lot of yarn. And I know you guys like to look at people's stashes, so hold on to your seats. I have a lot to show you. All right, so for a while, a few months, I joined Space Cadets Mini Skein Club. I might have shown some of these to you. Here's one. Here's another one. And here's another one. They are so pretty. Oh, I love them. So I'm going to start, now that this blanket is finished, I'm going to start a barn raising square blanket. because I got sucked in by the Minerva Turkey Knits podcast, and all the beautiful barn raising squares that are on her group. So I did that for 3 months. I also caught an update, and this is great because I can try different dyers this way without making a huge commitment. This is the Cyborg's Craft Room, and I got all these beautiful colors. And then the other day, Leading Men Fiber Arts had a update. They were at SSK. And I think Cyborg's Craft Room was as well. Like I said, I've been stalking all these dyers that were there. And I got these. I love these. These are gorgeous. Showstopper Minis. Fox Says What is this one. Let's Hear It for the Girls, the Knit Girls. Poison Ivy. Punk Rock Highlights. That's a beautiful one. And Pipeline, I assume, for Knitting Pipeline podcast. So I love these. They're really nice. So that's that. And then I got one more set from Knitting in Color. And she didn't name any of them, but these are Halloween mini skeins. And they're also beautiful. And I had ordered this from her. It's not self-striping. It's a variegated Halloween color, because I'm really into the Halloween colors right now. And one of these is a mini skein from in the pack of that color. So I am going to give this mini skein away as a giveaway. And I'm also going to throw some other mini skeins in with it. I don't know what yet. Probably 4, because I have a bunch of scraps that I'll wind up for you. And yeah, so this is going to be a fall giveaway for my podcast. And the only thing you need to do is I'll open up a thread and just show me what you're knitting for the fall, or what you're knitting right now. Just show me. I want to see what you guys are working on. And probably I'll leave it open for about a month and then do a drawing. Okay, so that's that. I have about 30 mini skeins here. Super excited. Plus a bunch of other scraps, so I should have plenty to get a lot done on the barn raising square blanket, which I have not started yet. But I need to finish this before I start anything else. That's okay. All right. So I'm also on a big self-striping kick. Huge. I love knitting self-striping socks. I love it. Ever since I was knitting some colorways from Stacy Mustache Yarns this spring, I just fell in love with self-striping yarn. So I've been enhancing my stash of it, and I managed to catch an update by Kirby Werby in August. I was out at dinner and I bought this on my phone. I can't believe I actually got it. It's beautiful. It's called I Had Nothing on the Needles. All my colors. Just beautiful. Red and turquoise and green, and I don't even know how many stripes are going to be in here, but it's beautiful. I was looking at it today. I'm like, oh, I want to cast this on now. But I want to finish those other socks before I cast anything else on. This might be a winter cast on. When I have the winter blues, that'll be great. Okay, so then I missed Desert Vista Dye Works Halloween update in June. But she had this skein left. Little Shop of Somebodies. Let me take it out of the pack. It's a zombie colorway. Little Shop of Somebodies. And it's beautiful. Bright colors. I love the show Little Shop of Horrors. It's a really cute show, so. Yep. And Diane of Suburban Stitcher had just knit this up, and it's really, really pretty. So I'm looking forward to casting that on at some point. And speaking of mustache yarns, I pre-ordered this one. This was part of her summer of Stash tour, and she did a Pink Floyd theme, back from my childhood, Pink Floyd. And this is The Wall, and it's a little blown out here, but it's white with lots of tiny, it's going to be tiny rainbow stripes, and it's beautiful. Love it. I have 3 more skeins coming from her. I'll show them to you next week, and they're stunning. And one of them is a colorway she had at SSK that I was just drooling over, and I got it. I'm really excited. Okay, that is it for most of the yarn I'll be using for socks. I finally started getting emails from the Loopy U because I wanted to get some wool mice, pure. I've been wanting to get some since last spring, and I bought some at a destash, and I didn't like the color when I got it, and I destashed it again. But I caught her update the other day, and I got this beautiful fall color. I love it. Remember I told you I'm kind of into the fall colors right now? This is going to go on the needles immediately as soon as I finish that Rhinebeck sweater. And I'm going to knit a shawl by Joji Locatelli. I don't know the name of it yet, but you'll see it. The colorway is Salamander. And I don't have any shawls that have brown, so I'm really excited to have a shawl with brown. But this has so many different variegated colors. I mean, this green, this like swampy green, has little red flecks in it. I don't think you can see that. I think I'm too close. But it's got little red flecks. It's just beautiful. I love it. There, you can see the red in that. And that's Wool Mice Pure. And then I got a skein of this. Kind of matches my shirt. It's a blue purple, really bright. And I'm thinking I'll use this. I'm sure Isolde Teague is going to have another Follow Your Arrow shawl mystery in the spring. I hope she does, because I want to use this. It's pretty. So that's that. One more to show you, and then I'm done. This I'm also madly in love with. It's just beautiful. It's a lace weight by Wool & Vine Yarns. And it is the Angry Orchard colorway in the Luft base. And Kristen, I'm telling you, her dyeing, stunning. And she sent this adorable little stitch marker, this little mermaid. So cute. Kristen is a friend of mine, and I was so happy to catch this update. I love this. It's got green and peach and little flecks. Oh, it's so pretty. This is also going on the needles as soon as I cast off that Rhinebeck sweater. This is going to be my patterned. I usually like to have a patterned shawl or patterned product project on the needles. This is going to be my pattern. I'm going to knit Boo Knits Peace Blossom, I think, out of this. I was going to knit it out of a different yarn, but I'm going to use this because it's just beautiful. I have to find, I'm sure I have beads in my stash. You'll see. I know I have beads that match this. So yeah, I'm going to knit Peace Blossom from this. I'm hoping to start next week. And then my kind of mindless knit will be this. So, oh, I have such startitis. I want to cast all this stuff on, all of it. But I'm being good. I'm waiting until I finish this little number. So I'm pretty excited. So anyway, oh, and you know what I forgot to tell you? I apologize. I forgot to tell you who died. I'm pretty sure I forgot to tell you who died this yarn, this Halloween yarn that I'm knitting. This is by Quarry Fiber. And it is, the colorway is Witch's Britches. And like I said, I did get it on sale because she felt it was not up to her standards, but it's lovely. So, Quarry Fiber. Whew. Anyway, I've been a busy girl. I have been housekeeping and knitting and sewing. Yeah, crazy, and working. I'm at work all day. But it's good. It's all good. Yeah. Emily's home. Yeah, we're having fun, and yeah, it's been great. So that's about it. Don't forget to enter the giveaway for this. It's this one. It's the white and purple and acidy green mini skein, and I'll throw in some extra mini skeins along with it. I'll open up my thread as soon as this posts and just show me what you're knitting on in my group. You have to be a member of the group, so join the group. Talk to me in the welcome thread and I will say hi to you. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you in 2 weeks. It is great to be back for the fall. Take care.